What's up, guys? This is Will from Otto Speake, and we're here to look at some of the behind the scenes from our brand new song, Up From Here. Alright, so that was drum tracking day, and I don't know if you guys could see this. Maybe if you zoom in a little bit, if you go back and watch it, I tracked this whole song wearing chacos, which is the most punk rock thing you can do, right? Just kidding, it's not. Yeah, so when we recorded drums for these, at the time I was recording out of a buddy of mine's house, and I just kind of set it up in his Airbnb that him and his wife own. And I think I did 3 or 4 different takes of Up From Here, and the footage that we just saw was the one that we ended up using. I, as a drummer, like to play the whole song from front to back in one. I want the take that we used to be just one take in real life, instead of going back and like punching in specific parts and that sort of thing. So for Up From Here, just like the other songs, this was a live take in a sense. We didn't punch in anything. This was as if I was playing it live. So I'm pretty proud of that. Okay, so this was shortly after we recorded the drums. This was like a few hours, maybe even after the last video we watched. I like to go in as soon as we get done with drums. I want to go ahead and edit it and get some basic sounds right before moving into the full-on mix. But as you can see here, this was a video of me. I had just gotten done quantizing the drums. This is a kind of a cool snippet. Every other song on the EP that's forthcoming, and all the songs you guys have heard so far, we have not quantized the drums to the click at all. I've kind of made a strategic decision just to let the drums feel live, and so though I am playing with a click track, I'm not going in post-production and making sure each kick and snare is absolutely on the click, or on the grid as we like to call it. But this song, I actually did make the decision to use to quantize the drums, and we felt like we just needed the guitar chugs, the dun 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 dun, and the kick drum and snare. We just needed that to feel really tight. And so this song, I like to say, sounds a little bit more like a modern pop punk song than in that way, in that it's right on the grid. Whereas some of the other songs, Even Alone, that comes to mind. Even Alone was not on a grid. It was just, we played it to the click, and everything else we just played along with the drum tracks that we got. So yeah, Up From Here was unique in that way. So. With this clip, this was the first time that me and Will got together to kind of work out this song. We had pretty much tracked everything, though we had some. We still weren't done with the actual tracking process, but yeah, at this point we were wanting to start rehearsing it because this was before we even played our first show. So we were trying to add songs to our set. So. He came over to my apartment. I'm playing electronic drums, as you can tell, and this is when we started jamming. And it was from this rehearsal that we started getting ideas for gang vocals that you end up hearing in the song. And then it was also from this rehearsal that we started realizing we needed the droning pad that you start hearing. If you really listen closely to the mix, you hear kind of a drony pad in the background, especially in the chorus. We realized from this rehearsal that it needed something to round out the choruses. So it's kind of fun. Okay, so this is when we are getting ready to play our first show. So this is after we had finished the tracking process for the most part. Still not mixed at this point. Still added a few things later, but this was the first time that we had gotten behind real drums, and this time Will was still playing bass guitar live. And so since we're just a two-piece, at this point we were making sure final live tracks are solidified, but we may or may not be playing live as a two-piece for very much longer. More on that later. So anyway, this is the first time rehearsing it full volume, so that was I remember that being a lot of fun.
Job, but like I imagine it a little kind of like.
No, dude, I get it.
Kind of a little bit more yelly.
I wish I had a higher pitch voice.
Well, I think you're good. I think you could do it. I think you could do this one super well.
Okay.
All right, ready?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Fell asleep on a sectional with a fog between my eyes. I feel hardly functional.
Okay, so that is the voice memo that me and Will put together when Will gave me basically was presenting me the song idea. He had the song title already from what I can remember, and a lot of times, especially when Will brings a song to the table, we have this give and take to where Will's trying to explain something to me, and I'm trying to figure out exactly what he means musically, and so this voice memo is me putting together on tape what he's hearing in his head. So he's right there with me. And I remember after this, he was like, yes, that's it, that's what I'm trying to say. And I thought that was cool. Okay, so mixing the song was a lot of fun for me on a personal level. With some of our singles, I'd kind of referenced another mixing style, I'll just say it like that. And then coming into this style, I'd kind of scrapped my whole philosophy of trying to make my mixes sound a lot like I still am a huge Sampuro fan. Going into Up From Here, I kind of just didn't pull from a whole lot of other inspirations. I kind of just based the mix based off just what I was hearing in my own head. I knew I wanted it to be high energy, and I knew it was going to have to be pretty compressed. Obviously, you can hear it's hitting really hard. So we did a lot of background vocals works on this. One thing I remember is Will had the specific idea to have gang vocals, and so we had I want to say there was 8 layers, maybe not 8. I think it was 8 because I did a left and right panning on both sides of the stereo spectrum of gang vocals. But he also Will had the idea to make it to where it's just there's kind of like random gang vocal type things happening all throughout the song, especially the chorus, like jump up, never late than never, that kind of stuff. And so I think a lot of while I was mixing it, one of the struggles, not struggle, but one of the mixing cues that I had to think through quite a bit was how loud do I make those gang vocals. So I went back and forth on a couple different revisions of making them louder, making them even softer than they are, and it kind of turned out that I kind of kept them pretty low in the mix, but you can still kind of hear them there. So yeah, that was cool. And then also I was really happy with the low end on this song. I wanted to make that low end feel really good. Pretty proud of the drums. This was also the first song that Will sang lead vocals on, and so that was really fun to watch him, for him to sing. And we actually tracked those vocals in his closet at his house. I had my computer and my Apollo twin on his bed, and he was in his closet. And that's how we tracked his vocals, and he did a great job.
So long from here, never laid us better. This other weather has got me wrong. So long from here.
Okay, so the chorus of this song, I am singing a octave up while from the main melody, and this is by far the highest I've sang on the record, like on a record before, and I'm very proud of that personally because it's up there. And if you're asking if I sing that live, no, I don't. It is tracked. Okay, so my wife, actually, Scotland Simpkins, she took the photos that we used on the album art, and Will Martin, he did the graphic design for it. It was really their idea, and they did a great job. Cool, so I am really pumped on how this song turned out, and I think it's a really fun summer song, and we wanted it to be nostalgic in a way, so even though the original guitar part was a little too close to Sum 41, and that was definitely an influence, I'm happy that we sort of made it that sound from that era into something new and original, I think, and I'm really proud of it. I think the lyrics are great. Will did a great job with those, and I love how the production turned out, and I'm super excited to release new songs. We got an EP coming, and I think that you're gonna be a little bit surprised with the other songs when they come out. Thanks, guys. Do I stop now?